Alright, I am at 12802 East River in Columbia Station. They are looking for a general cleanup. Customer isn't home, so I don't know if they want mulch or anything, but I'll at least give them the quote for the cleanup. Everything is pretty overgrown here, so this is going to be a decent sized cleanup. All of these are weeds here. We've got some daylilies we can cut down. Most of these are perennials that need cut down for the fall anyways, but these large stalks, those are weeds. We'll get all the weeds through here. Cut all the vines back. Hostas can get cut down for the fall. These are a weed, but this is a perennial that can get cut down. That's catmint, that can get cut down, but the rest of these flowering stalks, those are weeds. There's a couple boxwoods in here we can cut way back. We'll clean up around the tree. There's I don't know what this is. I'm assuming this is part of the property. I really don't know. I'm going to try and get a hold of the customer, but no one answered the door when I came here, so we can try and clean out the paver stones. All of this can come out. This can get trimmed way back. Clean out all the weeds. Holly bush can get trimmed back. These little yellow flowering things are weeds. We'll pull that. Rhododendrons can get trimmed. This lilac is hurting, but we can trim it way back. Hostas can get cut back for the fall. This vine and everything we can yank out. Spireas will shape up and trim back. Remove that. Hostas can get cut back. We'll get the weeds out of here, but these daylilies and hostas can get cut back. And then this bed we can clean out. We've got some vines here. Is that poison ivy? Yeah, we've got poison ivy, so we need to be careful. But we'll clean this out as best as possible. Weeds, the ferns can get cut back. Hostas can get cut back. We'll remove this viney growth off of here. Just making sure your skin is covered. We'll get any of the weeds. A lot of this is hostas, ground cover, daylilies. If it's a perennial, just cut it down for the fall. Can I get through here? Let's see. Does not look like I can get through here. There we go. Okay. We can get the viney growth off the fence. We'll string trim anything along the fence here. These are all weeds. We can pull these out. Cut down all the hostas for the fall. Pull the weeds. Okay. We can string trim this patio as best as possible and blow out the debris. But pretty much all of this is weeds. Get the weed. There's a couple daylilies in here, but for the most part, just pull what's in here, blow out the leaves and the debris. I will talk to her about this back area here. If we can at least maybe just cut back so the line isn't encroaching on the lawn. We'll string trim all of this down. Clean this all out. We can string trim down along the tree here. This can get cut back. We'll get the weeds and the vine off the fence. We can string trim all this down. Get all that out. What am I looking at here? same thing here. Mostly weeds. This is a perennial, the pink flowering thing, but those are weeds. We'll get the vine off the fence. Weeds. Man, they got a major mole problem. This can all get cut back for the fall. This can all get cut back. And then this looks like it's the neighbor. I don't know if they know each other. They're kind of sharing a yard here, but I'm going to go back to the front and see what we've got. This area here too, we're still in the backyard. This is all poison ivy. This needs to all be sprayed. There is ground cover in here, but these large weeds can get pulled. A lot of poison ivy in this ground cover. We'll clean it out as best as possible without getting ourselves covered in poison ivy. But this too, we'll just cut this down away from the lawn. And I'm going to work my way back to the front. Alright, so this is the front fence here. We've got a mix of weeds and perennials here. The long stalks pull, clean out the weeds as best as possible, but any perennial here can just get cut down for the fall. So we've got daylilies, daisies, that's a weed. These purple flowers, that's phlox, that can get cut down for the fall. Weed, weed, weed. Daylilies, phlox, cut it down for the fall. This we can pull. All this can get cut down for the fall. Weed. There's probably poison ivy in here too, so just be careful. The tall plants, pull it. Those are weeds. This just looks like ground cover if we want to just trim it down. All these tall stalks we can pull. I would honestly just probably trim this all down to the ground. Same with this stuff. Just trim it down to the ground. She wants it maintained. We can trim up the boxwoods here. Pull as many of the weeds as possible. And then just trim it down to the ground. Same over here. Pull what we can and then just cut down to the ground for the perennials. And then this is now the neighbor's property. There is these two houses, garages that look like are on the property. I'm not sure if that is considered the cleanup. So I'm going to take a separate video just in case they are. But in case they aren't, then you guys have this video. So that's it for now.